Welcome to Multiple Nerdgasm with your hosts, Matt, Luke, and Dan. Multiple Nerdgasm, your guide to all things nerdy.
Microsoft, you got to get your act together.
Me?
Microsoft.
Not
I
Microsoft.
think you've got your act together.
My name's not Microsoft. Dan, is your name Microsoft?
Not that I know of.
I know that everyone listens to this podcast like Hollywood, so I'm hoping that Microsoft to tune in as well.
Yeah.
Oh, they probably do. What would you like to...
The entity Microsoft.
Yes. Well, my gamer score is broken.
John Microsoft.
Like, we all know that I'm very invested in my gamer score, that number that you get from playing games on Xbox.
Nice
that
way of
means
putting it.
nothing to anyone.
In Luke's mind, it's like that episode of Black Mirror where you have a rating, like it's your social
that's
score.
right.
Yeah. Or much like the reality of China these days, from what I hear. You got they have that social score thing, don't they? That wasn't meant to be
No,
that wasn't meant to be a deep
Matt.
burn or anything.
We'll
Isn't
bring
that
in
real?
Chinese this early in the episode.
Jesus.
That's fine.
All right.
I have no idea. I know a lot more about Xbox than I do about China.
That surprises me.
When we redo the opening, that's going to be your little...
Yeah. Well, the problem is about 4 or 5 days ago, my gamer score stopped updating. So
Right.
achievements are unlocking.
You're just
I
not
get
doing
record
any
of
achievements.
but that main score, that overall, just hasn't updated. I'm missing 5,000 gamer score.
Oh, I've got the same problem, mate. Mine hasn't updated in years.
Yeah, I think I might have the same problem too. I'm missing at least 5,000.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think, I'm missing 5,000 from this week, which is probably what maybe you guys might do this year in total.
All right, jeez.
Yeah,
Not an insult.
No, it didn't sound like it.
No, it doesn't sound like a humble
Look,
brag.
Luke, write
at all.
it down and let them know, and they'll add it back on. I'm assuming that's how it works, the honor system. I think it's like in the early days of gaming where if you wanted to brag about your high score, all you had to do was write into one of the old computer mags, and they would just publish whatever
"Sounds
you
legit."
told them you got.
Yeah, that's how Billy Mitchell got famous.
That's right.
Well, it is still...
The first time.
Because on the site I go to, trueachievements.com, they keep track of like achievements I unlock as well. So on the leaderboard, because they go through and scan all the achievements I've unlocked, that's right on the leaderboard. Just so there's a table somewhere that hasn't updated.
So
I like how it's
they like double check.
true achievements.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
look,
they, like, keep
they're
track
implying
of it.
that somebody else has got false achievements. So they're like,
Or like they don't trust Microsoft, so they do their own maths in the background as well. And they're like, there's a discrepancy here.
They actually do. Part of where this True Achievement site came from is they sort of worked out some achievements, while easy to get, are probably worth more than others, so they have like a True Achievement score as well. So what it does, it goes in and calculates how many people own the game and how many people have unlocked a particular achievement. And it applies a rating to that achievement. So like something where going through and completing a game like on the hardest difficulty with all secrets and everything might still just be a 20 gamer score, but on this website they go, we realise that's probably a bit more, so they have like the true achievement status of it.
Okay.
I love it that Luke not only gets competitive for Xbox achievements and points, scored, but he also does it on this niche site as well. So I feel if this was that Black Mirror episode, there'd have to be 2 numbers. You know what I mean? Like the regular number that anyone can see that nobody cares about, and then an even more niche number that even less people care about.
But like this little secret number that every now and then someone will see Luke in the street and be like, oh my God. And like give him a little
Yeah,
nod.
exactly. It's like the insiders, they know.
Yeah.
Well, it's sort of amazing. Like, if I go to somewhere like PAX, I can be pretty sure there's only like a handful of people there who would have a gamer score larger than mine.
A literal handful. They literally
That's how I am with my dick.
Yeah, cupping each other's balls.
Only a few people out there that have one as big as mine.
So I'm just asking Microsoft nicely at the moment. If nothing happens next week, I might
And
do
what?
something.
What?
Wait, whoa.
Threat. Yeah.
Hang on
Microsoft
a
Luke
minute.
is fucking coming for you.
No, I might actually just contact them and go, hey, there's a problem. Can you have a look at it?
Okay,
All
well,
right,
that's
thank you
not
for
what
clarifying.
said.
Jesus. You will force me to send you an email.
You brought this on yourself.
Send.
They know what they
Spell
did.
check send.
Guys, I think I might have become American over the weekend.
Really?
Yeah.
It's just sort of left over from you shooting guns. It's
beat
Look,
me.
it might be. Yeah, I mean, it might be. I shot guns a couple of weeks ago, and then this week, I took advantage of the Black Friday sales and bought myself a new television.
Oh, did you?
Oh,
Yeah.
I was actually going to ask. So you get the Black Friday sales in Singapore as well now?
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
We get Black Friday without the Thankful
Yeah,
Thursday or whatever you guys call it.
Because I noticed in Australia, they have everywhere is like really doubling down on this Black Friday.
Oh, yeah.
It's gotten huge.
It's gotten to the point where now here we have shops that won't participate, and that's special because they're like,
What?
yeah, well, we're not going to participate in Black Friday because it's just like it just means everyone pays shitty high prices other days, and it's just making a mess of everything.
Yeah.
So like, why would anybody buy anything not on
Any
Black
other
Friday?
day. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
well,
it's a bit silly.
even having a look, the sales that they really have, they're not really that great.
nah, sometimes there's some good stuff. Like I've gotten some good bargains on some music software over the last couple of
don't get me
days. And that
wrong,
kind of
I've
thing.
purchased stuff.
But it does make me question, right? If I'm buying something for like honestly like 50% off some stuff, why would I buy anything any other day?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Like, and why were
and
they
we've still
charging
got-
so much? For
And we've still got
other-
Cyber Monday coming up, don't we?
yeah.
Mate, I saw an ad here for Black Week. Not even just Black Friday or Monday.
Yeah, I
Black
know.
Week.
Yep. Well,
one
a lot of the stores here it's Black Friday for the next 5 days.
The ones that piss me off are I get emails and it's like I'll get one like last week and it'll say we're starting to sale early, 30% off now, and then it's like, oh shit, that's pretty good. And then the next day,
40% off.
yeah, next day 40% off, and then it gets to Black Friday, they're like 60% off. It's like fuck you. Like if I
That's
bought
actually-
something yesterday, I'd be so mad right now.
Yeah.
Remember, that's what Steam actually found an issue with that as well. Remember Steam sales, they'd have like those flash sales during it. So you'd have periods of time
yeah.
where a few games would even be cheaper for like
It'll be like
2 hours.
$5 for the next hour.
They actually stopped doing that through the Steam sale because they were finding it was sort of ended up costing them sales because people were, I'll hold off and see if it gets even cheaper during this period and then not
totally.
buying it.
Well, that's almost what happened to me because I actually didn't go in to try to buy a television. I was just in there and I was looking at TVs because I kind of want one. And then this guy came out and he was like, I can do your Black Friday price on this, and like gave me like a bundle, and I was like, yeah, maybe. And then I kind of wandered off, and then he kind of caught me and was like, you know what, like I can do your better bundle. And I'm like, should I walk off again? Like, is this just going to keep going until like at what point do I say, okay, you've made a sale?
That's like when I bought that leather jacket in England. I tell you this story, and the guy just kept yelling prices at me, getting lower and lower. Every time I was like, oh, maybe. It was like the original price was like £250 or something. It was his leather jacket.
Yeah. Ooh,
And I tried it on, and he was like, oh, that looks good on you. £150. And I was like, oh, I don't know. 140. I was like, well, 130, 120, 180, £50, £40, And I was like, Jesus Christ. All right, I'll buy it.
Like if I just keep standing here, is it going to be free?
That's almost
I'll
what
pay you
happened.
to take this away.
And then he got mad because, like, I think Jenna or Jordan was like, oh, we can come back later. And he's like, oh, you think you're going to get it cheaper somewhere else, do you? Hey? I was like, fucking hell.
Did you buy it for £40?
Yeah. It wasn't 40. I think I got it for like £100 or something. But yeah, I got it. It's that red leather jacket I have.
Oh, I love that jacket.
Yeah, it just got
It's your Tyler
progressively
Durden
cheaper
jacket.
as I looked at it. Yes. Yeah, it is a bit like that. Yeah.
Yeah, love it. Yeah, so now I'm enjoying
Nice.
enjoying my new 4K TV finally.
Hey.
Ooh, 4K. I don't even
Nice.
have 4K yet.
Now that some things are available in 4K.
I like how the only one of us who has an Xbox that can do 4K doesn't have a 4K TV.
That's
Yep.
right.
I don't actually see the difference.
Yeah.
Well, because you don't have a 4K TV, that's why you don't see the difference.
That probably has something to do with it. No,
Yeah.
I honestly, even watching the store, I see two side by side, and I'm sort of like, yeah, it is, but what I've got still works and still fine.
Yeah,
True.
man, but I don't know.
Need-
When
True.
you see 4K next to Ultra HD, it's chalk and cheese. 4K playing
Well,
4K, I mean.
They're
Yeah.
already talking about 8K now. and-
Oh,
Of course they are.
forget it. Yeah.
Well, they want you to keep buying things. So
yeah.
We'll put it this way: we still deliver in HD just about everything that we produce where I work, and
Sure.
I think twice somebody has asked for something in 4K, And we got a new camera this week that can shoot in 6K. Whoa. And my boss is like, should we just start shooting everything in 6K? I'm like, why? Like, this is fucking data hungry. Like,
because one day it's going to look like the Phantom Menace and you're going to be like, oh, if only we'd used a better camera.
That's right. 20 years
ago. I watched half of that the other night.
Oh, you didn't.
Oh, which half?
So pain. The first half. I got up to the pod race, and the pod race still makes no sense to me this day. He's got this pod racer that can catch up to everyone, but the second it gets level with anyone, it just has to keep pace with them. And why don't I just go faster?
Because this is pod racing.
The pod race is some pretty good action, pretty good spectacle, but yeah, you're right. Story-wise, it's nonsense.
Yeah, it's pretty good spectacle if you want to play a video game instead of watching a movie.
Oh, that was a good video game too.
I did actually enjoy that video game.
Yeah, the same. Classic. Hey, speaking of which half did you watch? It reminds me of once when I was in high school and we had a substitute teacher who was going to put a movie on for us, as substitute teachers tended to do back in those days.
Yep.
And the class was being really rowdy. So as punishment, she played the movie, but she played it from the halfway point to the end, then rewound it and played it from the beginning to the halfway.
What the fuck?
What?
So we'd seen the whole movie, but it was completely spoiled.
That's fucking weird.
Yeah, that's like...
What movie was it? Sorry, did you...
Yeah, I do remember what movie was it. It was Muriel's Wedding.
Oh, God.
So no big loss.
Yeah.
But speaking of Star Wars, though...
yes.
When I first plugged in my new TV and my new surround sound system and I set it all up and I wanted to just fucking test it out, of course I wanted to put a Star Wars on. So the one that popped up, the newest or the most recent on Netflix, which is just what I had on TV at the time, was the Rise of Skywalker. No, fucking, what am I talking about? Fucking...
Last Jedi?
The Last Jedi.
I was going to say, how is it, Dan? How is it?
Christ almighty. It's too early. It's way too early for me. Last Jedi, which we put on I just wanted to see the Star Wars logo, and hear the surround on the opening.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's a terrible movie. I only watched 5 minutes of it, but it's terrible. Like the dialogue at the start is next level awful. It is prequel level awful.
I've been seeing more trailers for The Rise of Skywalker.
I'm ignoring
them. I'm nervous.
At this point, I don't care.
Yeah, I'm just going to keep watching The Mandalorian.
Let's just get past this last movie and then focus on the future, which is The Mandalorian.
Well, while we're talking Disney, Star Wars, I mean, we've got some stuff. Sorry, Craig. But we talked about
it's not our fault.
Werner Herzog and his tears when he saw the Baby Yoda puppet for the first time. And apparently it came out this week that it was on set and they were shooting, and then they shot a scene with the puppet, and then they were going to remove the puppet from set so that they could maybe, if they wanted to, digitally put Baby Yoda in.
Background plate. Yeah.
Okay, so they're still deciding what they want to do.
Yes.
Yep.
And when Herzog told them, "You are cowards. Leave it.
Film the puppet."
He said, "I've seen it on the set and it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreakingly beautiful. It looked absolutely convincing. It made you cry when you saw it."
It made you cry when you saw it, Werner.
Yeah.
My heart hurts every time I see him.
I want to see this puppet now. I mean, I've seen... I mean, I'm not like a puppet connoisseur, but I've seen a few puppets in my time, and I've never wept at one. I've never.
Have you seen? Did you watch the latest episode? I'm not going to give any spoilers.
No, actually, I haven't yet.
Yes, okay. I watched it a couple of days ago.
A couple of days ago? Am I that late? You guys are supposed to be teling me when it's out. Don't forget, I don't have this.
Sorry.
It came out yesterday.
Yeah, I watched it 2 sleeps ago.
He's got... I won't say anything about the story, but Baby Yoda's in it, obviously, and you get to see him do some stuff, and it's quite... I think maybe they've leaned into the puppet a bit, even.
Yeah, right.
Like he's looking good. But, he talked about how Herzog claims that he's never seen a Star Wars, and you were saying he does art house films and stuff like that. He does seem to have been pretty easily impressed by the puppet, because he says here 2 technicians operate Baby Yoda. One was for the eyes and the mouth, and the other one was for other facial expressions. It's a phenomenal technological achievement.
Mate, Jabba had one just for his tail.
That's what I mean. Like, he's not seen a lot of movies from the sounds of it.
But no, I'd still need to call out, like, if he hasn't seen anything, why would he cry when he sees Baby Yoda?
Have you seen Baby Yoda?
Because this must be
adorable.
a fucking great puppet, man.
Well,
It's a beautiful puppet.
There was this article here that I put in, and then I was looking through it. The article, the premise of the article is that some people don't like Baby Yoda. There's been some backlash against Baby Yoda. But then I read through this article. Well, nobody. I can't find anybody that is even saying that. This bit where they even link to Yoda backlash has begun. You click through to that article. The article is about how people just don't like it that people are calling him Baby Yoda because it's not Yoda. So,
okay. Well, that's
but
what
like
you
even
clickbait
hardcore fans are calling it Baby Yoda.
Well, mate, we call him Baby Yoda, and we know full well he's not Yoda, unless he is, and that'll be dumb.
No, I think
if he's a fucking clone, if he's a clone of Yoda.
No, but see, I did some mathematics the other day, right? So he's 50, which means, and Return of the Jedi, like say his Yoda died 5 years before, right? So he was 45 when Yoda died. So
45.
Yeah.
Just a little bit older than us.
Exactly. But then you go back, right? When Yoda died, Luke was about 30, 40, right?
Yep.
We don't know exactly. So that means he was born probably just before Luke, 5-10 years before Luke. Which puts
he was born during the Clone Wars.
Well, no, that is sort of a bit of a rumor.
When Yoda was on shore leave on some planet.
with Yaddle.
With
Yaddle. Because there is rumor that maybe it is Yaddle's child because she was on the council, but then she disappeared around sort of timeline match up. We don't need this.
I hope we never find out whose fucking baby it is. It's the Mandalorian's baby. All right.
I wonder.
I like how they keep referring to it as his
I wonder if
kid.
there'll be a bit where we'll see him like changing Baby Yoda, for example.
Yeah.
But again, I've got to go back. We're loving this show, but it is just so stupid. Like even this is a few episodes ago where the Jar was sort of still pretty much all of his ship, and then just overnight, him and this guy just get this ship space worthy in 4 hours.
Yep.
And we just accept it.
Yep. You're right. You're not wrong. You're right. But
I don't know what it is. Yeah, because the story is ridiculous, but I still just love it.
Did you guys ever read an old samurai comic from Japan called Lone Wolf and Cub?
I know of it. I've not.
Yeah, this
never read
reminds me quite a bit of it. The story was it was a Ronin, like a disgraced samurai who was just kind of wandering the wilderness, but he had a baby son. And his slogan was sword for hire, son for hire. So you could hire him to kill someone, or you could hire his baby.
That sounds, wrong.
No one fucked the baby, Luke. I'm just putting it out there.
I'm hoping that's the case. Like,
he's worried about what the Mandalorian's going to where that show's going to go next.
Yeah, up for grabs, Baby Yoda.
Mandalorian for hire, baby for hire. He's 50. Nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
Mate.
Perfectly. He's been legal for fucking 33 years.
Now, I've also been looking into it, so because it's sort of hard with like there's sort of no knowledge about Yoda's race, but Yoda started training
race,
about
not even species, race.
Yeah, I've been doing some research on Yodas.
Yeah, no, but you're right because like on Reddit at the moment, everyone's talking about this. Like, oh yeah, I've been looking up some. It's like fuck off, it's all made up.
Yeah. So Yoda started training people at about 100 years old. Okay. So I think he ages quite slow, and then he pretty much overnight he's
Because by 100, that baby will basically be 2.
But hang on, where did you read that? Because we've had, as I've learned recently, they're being pretty loose with the Mandalorian law as well. Apparently, recently in recent stuff, Mandalorians have got their helmets off, like walking around. So
how recent?
Yeah, one of the clown
Resistance
Clown Wars is not a
Rebel.
show.
Clown Wars, I would watch the shit out of that.
I think Clone Wars. I don't know, one of the animated ones. They got their helmets off. But
really,
that's
what do they look
not
like
canon,
under there?
though, right?
Human beings,
look like people. Well, they're not a race. They're like a tribe of multiple races.
Well,
right?
It's sort of that's
more like a religion. Is it?
In the books, that's what it used to be. It was sort of like you sort of bring people into the Mandalorians. It's just bunch of people who don't fit in anywhere else sort of thing. But then, because I was reading the books on it, and then the Clone Wars decided, no, the Mandalorians are a race and they're a peaceful thing, so it got confusing for me.
Okay.
So I'm not 100% sure what's what
Maybe it's
anymore.
like Judaism. You can be born into it, but you can also convert.
Well, even in the first episode, they discuss how he's a foundling.
Mm.
So he was found
Yep,
as a child by himself, and then they just basically, we'll look
Adopted
after you and raise you as one of our own.
I think that's them setting it up that they can make this whoever they want down the track.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, it's Han
Listen to
Solo's
us.
brother.
Doesn't need to be anyone or related to anyone. This
yeah.
is why
Keep
this
their
is doing
options
so
open.
well.
You thought they were calling me Mando because I'm a Mandalorian. Actually, I'm just Mando Solo.
Yeah. Well, you're right, Luke, because but I think they've missed the point here because Disney have announced this week apparently that they're developing a Mandalorian movie, and it's like no, that's not right. This is good because it's something different. Don't now make everything the Mandalorian.
Fucking hell. Yep.
Like
Genius.
we like this because it's just in the universe we love and not connected to the story you've already flogged to death. So
Yep.
make more shit, make more movies for sure. But you don't need a Mando movie.
Yeah.
As I keep saying, Rogue One too.
It's Baby Yoda. Baby Yoda, a Star Wars story.
You know, we always report on the Snyder Cut or the so-called Snyder Cut.
Yes.
Just to segue slightly, Danny Elfman has come out this week and said there was no fucking Snyder Cut. Did you see that?
I did, but see, Zack Snyder's being coy about it on Vero. Like every day he's posting stuff, and it's like he's doing like winky faces when people say, "Oh, Danny Elfman said that it's not real," and he's like, "Wink." Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck does that mean?
Snyder's acting like he was fired off this, but he left because of his daughter, right? It's
Yes.
not like he's got a bone to pick with them.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's, I just don't quite, and
He
like
left, but at the time he left, wasn't he sort of being a bit crucified for it as well?
There was a
well,
bit of-
they took him off. He was supposed to be head of, running the whole thing with the DC stuff, and he got taken off. But it's like, I don't know, did he get fired or was it because of what happened with his daughter and all that kind of stuff? Like,
I also think it's because no one was watching DC and someone needed to get blamed for it.
Yeah.
And it was
we've got
Jocelyn.
some more DC news coming up, but the point I wanted to make was, fuck the Snyder cut of Justice League. I want to see the Gareth Edwards cut of
Yeah.
Rogue One. I want to see that. I want to see them running for their fucking lives across the beach.
Yes, me too. I would like to.
Yeah, but
we
also
won't get
with
to.
that, you get her also having to fight a TIE fighter.
Yep,
Fine.
good.
Absolutely fine with that.
Good. And I want to see the Ryan Johnson cut.
And Luke, for all you
Just
know,
because.
fuck off. That is the Ryan Johnson cut, surely.
Well, who knows? That's the problem is that, who knows? We thought the Rogue One was the Gareth Edwards cut until a month ago. And then they were like, oh yeah, there was some other guy that actually redid half the movie.
Yeah,
We-
Gareth Edwards wasn't even brought back for the reshoots or the re-edit.
Yeah,
That's,
exactly.
I want to see his vision of it. And Luke, I mean,
So who
I
knows?
know that fucking what's her name? Jin. I know Jin can't fucking
Jin Erso?
win against the fucking TIE fighter, but that might be the point. That might have been the point of the movie where she got shot to
Yeah.
shit.
Maybe she just jumped onto it and then wrote it like a...
I actually have a feeling that in his original cut, they survive.
Maybe, but I thought that part of the reason that they reshot was because his was too dark. And
Well,
they wanted to make it a little more hopeful.
Because there were rumors, like, at the time, that there was possibly going to be a sequel.
Oh, really?
Look, who the fuck knows? Like, they're not...
We will never know.
Disney's not telling us anything.
No.
Like, they're telling what they
They
feel.
would-
Tell us what
Look,
they feel
here's
like.
the thing, though. We do know what it was because the original trailer came out
Yeah.
based just on his cut. And it's got all of these lines in there, all of that stuff where she was all kind of really hopeful and stuff. That wasn't it. That was stuff they added to her character later on. She was just like this fucking badass chick who just was, doing her own thing.
Mm.
And then got caught
Yeah.
up in this rebellion thing. More like kind of Han Solo and his role in A New Hope.
Yeah.
I want to see that movie.
Speaking of Harrison Ford. Disney have put out a very cool, kind of touching featurette this week on the Rise of Skywalker, and it's got some old behind-the-scenes footage from all the old Star Wars movies. Some good stuff in there, actually. It's got a few little surprises. And my wording I chose carefully because this may be a spoiler, listeners. So if you don't want to hear this, I mean, it's in the fucking trailer, so too bad. It's got a shot of, you guys seen this? You know what I'm about to say? I don't want to ruin this for anyone who hasn't seen this.
I don't think I have, but go on.
All right. It's Warwick Davis as an adult, as he is now, putting on the Wicket costume.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know what it means, but it's in this footage.
I know what it means. You brought it up last week. It's Chewbacca gets a fucking Ewok stuck inside him.
Thank God. But then one other thing about this featurette that someone pointed out, there's a shot of it's from the original Star Wars, A New Hope, and it's Harrison Ford, Mark Hamill, and Carrie Fisher walking towards the camera. Harrison Ford's got his arms around the two of them, and they're walking towards the camera. And Disney, for this featurette, have edited out his cigarette.
Yeah. 'Cause you can't have cigarettes in a Disney thing now.
It's like, so even the behind-the-scenes footage is special edition.
He's holding his hand dead straight too, because obviously he doesn't want to burn fucking Mark Hamill with the cigarette.
And he looks at the camera and he goes, McClunky.
Yeah. And then he puts his hand to his mouth for no reason and then just breathes deeply.
Yeah. And I guess it's cold because all this mist comes out.
That's right. Comes out of Carrie Fisher's mouth.
But so I guess Ewoks are in this as well.
Of course they are.
And
I did read a
quote. Well,
and in case you're worried,
makes sense because they're fighting on the second Death Star.
Yeah, fair point. And in case you were worried,
some Ewoks have been on there this whole time.
Fucking Wicket's just been in there. Yeah, Wicket's been living in there. I hope that's what it is. I hope Wicket's living in the fucking
paying the
ruins
rent
of the
by
Death Star.
myself for years.
Yeah, this is my house now, mate. What do you want? Also, in case you were worried, the posters have confirmed that there are Porg. So,
yeah,
I know there's a lot of people worried that they weren't going to make an appearance. Don't worry, they're in there. One of them, at least. One of them.
Oh, Chewbacca's kept one as a pet.
There's one on the poster. So,
comedian and former Saturday Night Live writer Sarah Beatty, aka Nacho Sarah, has written something on social media this week that I got a chuckle out of. She wrote, "You guys all hated the Ewoks because they were too cute, but now you're all fucking ride or die with Baby Yoda. Pick a goddamn lane."
It's true.
Yeah. I didn't mind the Ewoks though.
Watch it again.
Yeah.
Hey, you got to remember, I like Caravan of Courage.
Man,
That's true.
It's not the Ewok. The Ewoks themselves aren't the problem. Okay, furry critters. Okay, fine. Okay, they're cute. Fine. Okay, but it's all this like one donks a fucking stormtrooper on his armored foot, and he dies. Like, come on. Like, why do stormtroopers even wear armor? For starters, if you laser beam one in the fucking chest, they die.
And they go down.
Chest armor does nothing. Literally nothing. And these are slow fucking lasers because you're not supposed to be able to see a laser. The fact you can see this laser travel out of a gun and towards you means this is the slowest fucking laser known to man.
Yeah. Yeah, the armor's almost like...
They may as well be news.
Useless.
There you go. Disney put that in the next film.
It slows it down, makes it hard to see, and...
Yeah, so many advantages. I mean, it looks good. Looks fucking looks badass.
Well, they look great in The Mandalorian.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's all sort of like old armor, and so...
I wonder about that, right? Let me ask you this. Let's just say we go back to the kind of the source reference for this, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's Nazi Germany, but the year after Hitler's fallen, right? Mm-hmm. Are you still wearing around your fucking Nazi uniform just because you're still sympathetic? I wouldn't be.
Well, see, it's in the legends now. The stormtrooper after the Battle of Endor, the Empire was still there. They were sort of fighting amongst themselves who was going to take control, and a lot of like warlords split off and went, well, I'm going to keep this section of galaxy for me. And
that's interesting.
Thrawn takes over.
I want to watch
books,
that.
Right?
That'd be a good movie. Make that a movie.
Isn't Thrawn in charge at some point?
Thrawn sort of comes in because he was out in the Outer Rim and then comes back in, sort of forms all the Imperials back up. And because you got to remember, like, just because the Emperor's dead doesn't mean the Empire goes away.
Sure.
It's just you destroyed that, but there's probably a lot of people out there that actually quite like the Empire.
Not only that, but I'm really disappointed. I'd always thought that there was always an Empire. It's just that this one Emperor sucks. And that's why there's trouble. Like, there were good emperors before it, and it worked, kind of like, Rome. But to find out that actually it was a fucking complete democracy, galaxy-wide, then literally one empire started for like 10 years or so, and then collapsed. Like, it's just very anti. It must be the shortest empire in the history of the universe. Speaking of which, Matt, did you know that Joseph Goebbels' house is currently for sale?
I didn't.
It is.
I didn't.
It's for sale.
Munich somewhere?
Yeah, it is. And no one's buying it. No one's buying it. Yeah.
They knocked Himmler's house down.
And chip in.
They knocked Himmler's house down. Now it's a ski resort. Quite a nice ski resort
like
too.
Himmler's?
No, no, it's up in the Alps. It's beautiful there. Be a waste not to use it, to be honest. Like that location. So I'm honestly
such good memories,
There's but there's a reason they put all their houses up there because it's fucking beautiful there. Mm-hmm. So knock them down, build some resorts,
build something nice. You know which resort I really want to go to most in the entire world? Ian Fleming's house in Jamaica.
Huh.
His house called Goldeneye, incidentally, is converted into a James Bond-themed resort.
Really?
And I want to go to there.
Interesting. In Jamaica?
Yeah. That's where he lived.
Yeah, fair enough. I've never thought of going to Jamaica, but that does sound interesting.
Yeah. That's why some of the early Bonds are set in Jamaica.
Right what you know.
Yeah. Yep. Well, he was a spy. And
and he lived in Jamaica.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he hit a lot of women.
Yeah. And inspired that one Scottish actor to do the same. Because sometimes you just have to. I made a purchase this week. This was not a Black Friday purchase, but I pre-ordered something.
You got me a present?
Not exactly. You can come and you can come and experience it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a penis enlargement. And No, I pre-ordered a Cybertruck.
Yeah, yes, you did. So,
really? I can't believe it. Now just because you pre-ordered, are you actually planning on getting it?
Yeah. Why would I pre-order it if I wasn't gonna?
I like to edit in.
I signed up for Mars.
I want to edit in the sequence from last week's show where you bring up that you like the Cybertruck, but of course you'll never get one.
Yeah, did I say that?
I think you said something to that effect. And then
I think I said I don't need it. And
no, Luke told you didn't need it, and you told him you didn't understand the question.
Yeah, fair enough. No, all right, fine.
Like you don't need it.
But what's the wait time on this? Because you're not going to get this straight away, right?
That's the thing. No, at the earliest, late 2021 is when I finalize the order. So I've got plenty of time. Well, I don't know. Maybe not. My car's fine.
But that's just finalizing the order. That's still not picking up the keys.
They're going into production.
Making yours.
I don't think there's keys, Luke. I think the car sees you coming and is like, "Hello, Mr. Ham. Would you like to get inside me?"
Ooh.
Yes, I would love to be inside you.
So, Matt, you've purchased one of the largest and most armoured iPads that's on the market.
That's right. I can actually drive my iPad to work now.
Well, hopefully by that stage, it drives you.
Yeah.
I did get the full self-driving option.
Did you?
Yeah. I'm not going to buy a Cybertruck and not get that, am I? I didn't get the base model because I was like, well, I'm not going to buy the base model, am I? So I got the mid-range one, which is actually apparently the one everyone else got as well. Because it's like It's got it's all-wheel drive. It does 0 to 60 in 4.5 seconds. So 300 plus mile range, which is like perfect.
I mean, so what? This is the mid-range one. What doesn't it have that the upper range?
Oh,
one has?
the other one's got.
It doesn't. You can't drive it on Mars.
Well, yeah, it does. It's not airtight, which the one on Mars will be. But no, there's a tri-engine version that is the like top of the range one, which does like 0 to 60 in freaking 3 seconds or something stupid, and it's got I think mine's got a 10,000 pound towing capacity, which is pretty insane, and then that one's got like 14,000 or something ridiculous.
Well, the worst thing that you're going to have with this is you now will be asked to help people move.
No, everybody. I'm the only person I know. I'm the only person I know that doesn't have a truck here, Luke.
Oh,
and if anything, I'm the only one who can say, no, you're not putting that shit in my truck. Look at it. It's not that kind of truck.
The thing you can do now, though, is that your days of stopping for deer in the road are over.
That's right, unless they hit the window.
Plow through them.
Can I hit it with a sledgehammer when I get there?
Maybe.
No.
We'll see. We'll see how that plays out.
I would really like to hit your car with a sledgehammer.
All right.
Why wait, Luke? Why wait? I've got a perfectly good car right now that we
That's
can crash.
True. I hit a deer in the perfectly good car I've got now already. So.
Oh, yeah. So you've already stopped braking for them.
That's right. No, I just bumped.
I don't brake for deer.
It did put a ding in the car, but the deer got up and ran off, so I assume it's fine.
Did you chase it, hunt it down, finish it off by
hand?
Well,
I stopped in the middle of the road because I was like, fuck, because it was raining. And then the deer got up and ran off into the woods, and I was like, well, I'm going to go then.
How do we exchange information?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I'm imagining a scenario like Luke's scenario with the seagull, where the deer was on your bonnet and you were still driving at top speed and it was just looking at you in the eye through the windshield.
Just screaming at me. No, I just got up and ran off, and then I was like, well, I'm not going to wait, so I'll leave. And then, it's fine. And I got home and looked, and there's like a ding in my front of my car now.
That's the one thing I really worry about when riding my scooter is hitting a kangaroo.
Oh, fuck that, yeah. That would be a nightmare.
I thought you were going to say the one thing you're worried about is fucking Matt's truck plowing.
That too, because they're being ordered in Australia as well.
Yeah. Oh, they're bringing them to Australia. See, that's the thing.
Yep.
Like,
which is a weird thing to bring to Australia.
But because you don't have trucks that big there, generally speaking.
Oh, we do see a few of like those Ford pickups, but really, we drove Utes.
The fucking F-150 is like the smallest truck you can get here. I've gotten so used to them that it's kind of weird now to think about. Like, there's this video that I'll put in the show notes. People probably seen it. You know, the Cybertruck versus the F-150 in like tug of war, and the Cybertruck pulls the Ford up the hill, and Ford came out and said, "Oh, it wasn't spec to do that kind of thing. We'll give you we'll rematch and we'll spec one up and all that kind of stuff." But the Cybertruck's bigger than the F-150.
Yeah,
so this thing's going to be big.
See, I'm not a fan of big.
Oh yeah, I know. You complain all the time.
Well, you wait.
It's too big, Matt. It's too big.
The thing is, though, America loves their big cars, man.
Oh yeah,
they're Cadillacs and Fords. I mean, they're fucking huge. I watched The Irishman.
That's true.
The Martin Scorsese's new film. I watched it during the week, and it's kind of set from the 50s up until modern day, and like old timey American cars are fucking massive. Like I don't know how you park them.
Yeah. Well, that's the trucks and stuff here. Like even our the X5 we've got is fucking huge to me. Like I had a lot of trouble with that at first, reverse parking, because it's fucking enormous. But it's not big compared to other cars here.
Bigger is better.
Would you say The Irishman is as good as Avengers Endgame, Dan?
Irishman's interesting. It goes for 3.5 hours. And it probably didn't need to. I mean, it was the story of this particular guy's life, and it's a true story. But I argue that you don't have to show literally every day of his life.
I mean, I was going to say, did he only live for 3 hours?
But it was very good, and there was some great stuff in it. Was it better than Endgame? Probably was about the same, actually.
Really?
Well, I've got no desire to watch Endgame a second time.
There's someone
to be honest
at the climax of the film, there's one of the characters click his fingers and go, "I'm Irish, man."
Yep. That's what happens. Cool. Yeah,
perfect.
The funny thing is, it stars Robert De Niro as an Irish guy, hanging out with a bunch of Italians, and that's the premise is that he's the only non-Italian. But everyone fucking knows Robert De Niro is a fucking Italian.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I know that Scorsese loves De Niro, and he did an absolutely great job of this role. But like, he's clearly an Italian.
Yeah. Well, he's an actor.
Yeah.
But is he allowed to play an Irishman? Are you not allowed to do that these days?
Yeah, where's the line now?
Yeah.
Where's the line?
I
heard of something new the other day that we just, a new thing we have to respect, a new ridiculous thing we have to respect now. Have you heard of self-partnering?
No.
Okay. Some people are, they don't have a husband, wife, or boyfriend or girlfriend.
Sure.
But they're not single. They're self-partnered.
Right.
Yeah. So you can't call them single, and you can't ask them questions like, when are you going to get a boyfriend? They already have one. It's themselves.
It's their hand.
They're self-partnered. Evidently,
we were all self-partnered for a while in high school.
What's the little girl who played Hermione Granger that grew up?
Wait, what?
Emma
Watson.
Emma Watson. She's apparently self-partnered right now.
Is she? Is that? I mean, look. I'll be honest. If I was Emma Watson, I'd probably tell people that too, because it just solves a lot of problems for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you just haven't found the right person yet? Like, no, fuck off, mate.
Yeah, I have found the right person. It's me. I masturbate furiously.
I'm a nice guy.
Yeah. I'm sure you are, but I'm very, very devoted to myself.
Yeah. I'm elbow deep right now. Speaking of,
it's not an open relationship by any chance.
Does it count as a threesome?
Yeah, I had sex with Emma Watson and her life partner. If Emma Watson jacks you off, could she say, "Oh, that wasn't me"?
Oh, in court.
Why would you be suing Emma Watson because she jacked you off?
Give you a hand job.
Because I thought it was Emma Watson.
Yeah, it turned out it's Emma Watson's girlfriend.
Yeah, she
also named Emma.
She deceived
Watson.
me.
That's rape. Seriously though, speaking of furious masturbation, I took myself off and watched The Lighthouse.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Charlie's Angels.
We can talk about Charlie's Angels, but no, I won't be seeing that.
Sure. Yeah, so you saw The Lighthouse.
I won't be.
You saw Willem Dafoe and Robert Pattinson in The Lighthouse.
Willem Dafoe being as much Willem Dafoe as he's ever been. Robert Pattinson jerking off in a shed. It's all in there.
Complete opposite of what they wanted.
This is another movie which dares you not to watch it. I mean, it's black. It's black and white.
Dare accepted.
Which I like. I like black and white, but you know, it's an antisocial medium. Nobody wants to go and see a black and white movie. It's grainy old black and white too. It's not in widescreen. It's not even in the old 4:3 television ratio. It's a square. It's 1:1. So
really,
like you go to a cinema and then you're watching this massively pillar boxed image. Look, I liked it, but I'll say there's a film that came out in 2016, also called The Lighthouse, which is based on the same legend and therefore exactly the same story, that's done far better. Mostly because it's a real movie and isn't trying to be arty as well. So if you're only going to watch one or the other, go and watch that one. Doesn't have as much masturbation though. No one, unfortunately. Yeah. Me, you the viewer.
I don't understand.
That's why it's an interactive film. You're encouraged to jerk off while watching it.
Yeah. Oh, well, now you've got me.
Yeah. Now I can jack off with surround sound.
Yeah. Me and my life partner, Emma Watson. That's what I call myself.
That's what I call my hand when I'm jacking off.
There's an article this week about Terminator Dark Fate has not done well at the box office. Tim Miller has come out and I don't know if there's a little bit of sour grapes or what's going on here, but he's apparently didn't get along too well creatively with James Cameron. He's saying now, and apparently the film didn't end up being
in that
quite
he
what
wasn't
wanted.
given any creative input.
Yeah, exactly. And they didn't like James Cameron didn't like his ideas, and so he just had to do what he was told. So fair enough. But it also touches on something that I thought was a bit interesting, only because I hadn't heard this before. But the reason Tim Miller left Deadpool, because he did the first one and then famously left, and then also Junkie XL didn't do the second one because he quit in solidarity and all that kind of stuff. And apparently it's because Ryan Reynolds was a controlling bastard about the whole thing.
Really?
And he,
I
always thought Ryan Reynolds was Hollywood's
They had
master.
different ideas for the sequel. I think Ryan wanted to keep it sort of the same as what it was, whereas Tim wanted to sort of expand on it.
Yeah.
And I think that's where it sort of parted ways.
Well, he says, it became clear that Ryan wanted to be in control of the franchise. You can work that way as a director, quite successfully, but I can't. I don't mind having a debate, but if I can never win, then I don't want to play. And I don't think you can negotiate every creative decision. There's too many to make. So, fair enough.
But I'm just starting to notice there's sort of one common factor in him not getting along well with others. Him. Just saying that.
Yeah, no. You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Yeah.
You're not wrong. Well, I haven't seen Terminator Dark Fate yet after Linda Hamilton's glowing review. I decided I would wait.
What did she say about it?
You didn't hear that?
Okay.
Hang on, I'll play the clip. Here
Ah.
we go. This is what Linda Hamilton had to say about it.
So you did get to see it?
I did.
And what do you think? Was it worth all of it?
It's okay.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
I mean, that's how it looks. It looks just okay, for sure.
Yeah. But she went on to that was Kimmel. He went on to ask, would you do another one? And she goes, I don't think they'll be asking me back to do another one after this.
There was a game that came out at the same time as that movie, which I just played.
Yes, actually.
Yesterday.
Did you play it? Is it good?
It's okay.
Terminator Resistance, right?
Yeah, I finished it.
Okay.
Actually, 1,000 gamer score in it, like completely 100%.
I've seen no evidence of that.
No, I can still show evidence of that.
All right, I'll just check.
The Terminator franchise is another example of Hollywood not understanding why something's good. You know,
completely
the
agree.
first two Terminator movies, and especially the second one, are so good, and they're so special for a number of reasons. And there have been so many spin-offs now, and none of them have captured what we actually liked about those original two movies.
Can I point out, I mean, I don't know if this is obvious to everybody else as it is to me, but it seems like this has just completely been forgotten after Terminator 1, Terminator 2, 3 didn't really matter so much. And I think even the Sarah Connor Chronicles addressed this, right? In the first Terminator, he gets sent back in time to kill John Connor, and he's literally rotting as the film goes on because he's not fucking alive. It's like they just stuck skin on him. And like the landlord's complaining about the smell and he's getting falling apart and like degrading. And then 2, it just doesn't really come up. But it's not. But then they're all getting old. Like they grow up and like because Arnold's old now, so it's like, oh, he got old. But like, no, he's not. He can't get old. He's fucking falling to pieces.
Yeah, he doesn't have a central
don't
nervous
understand.
system. He's just skin on a robot.
Yeah, and I think in Sarah Connor Chronicles they said, oh, she's an advanced one, so she doesn't get old.
Right.
She doesn't. But then, I mean, Arnold's supposed to be the same model, so I don't get it. Did they address that in Genesis or no? Because he gets old in that, I assume, because he is old. Not Genesis. Genesis, he gets old. Dark Fate, I'm talking about.
Oh, Dark
But
Fate.
yeah, no, to me, the skin's alive, so the skin still goes through aging.
No, not in the original. In the original, he's like he stinks because he's rotting. The landlord complains about it.
Maybe they just got better.
But they
one thing,
he's the same model.
Yeah, maybe, but he's the same model, but like 0.1.
All right. I don't know. It's just a little thing that I'm like, I don't know.
He just got a software update.
Yeah.
Stop questions. It's just a movie. It's entertainment. You enjoyed it.
Yeah, but this is what we do. If we didn't do this, it wouldn't be a podcast. So Fine. I will watch Dark Fate at some point. I will probably not watch Charlie's
wait.
Angels.
I'm not going to watch it.
Yeah, you know I'm not going to be watching that.
Well,
But
I'm
we
not
do
going
have
to
some
watch Charlie's
Charlie's
Angels. And you know what else I'm not going to watch? I'm not going to watch Elizabeth Banks's next movie either, probably. But I do find it hilarious that after her making Charlie's Angels, you know, a feminist take on the action movie, Hollywood action movie, and then slamming the world for not wanting to see women, her next film is The Invisible Woman.
I guess I don't have an opinion on the film itself. I do feel like that title is ironic.
But also,
We'll see.
this is a universal picture. This is obviously a modern day female adaptation remake of The Invisible Man. You know, Universal is still trying to flog their horror movie suite.
Are they trying to start that again?
Why would you jump from one failing or proven failed franchise to another? You know, I just think this is.
I think I can explain this.
Go on.
Here is a check. You take this check to your bank and they give you money. Will you now direct this? Yes, I will.
I love this bit because there's an Invisible Man film coming out like next year already, and this it says here plot details are being kept under wraps, but sources say that Banks' pitch is very different from the Invisible Man film coming out, so there's no crossover potential. How fucking different can it be?
Yeah.
It's an invisible person. Like, I mean, sure. I guess the plot, what happens in the movie, will be different. But I mean, it's about an invisible person, isn't it? I mean, maybe not. Maybe there's more to it.
The thing you also have to, actually, the
seems like a
Invisible
weird thing
Man
to
movie
say.
looks quite interesting because the protagonist is not the Invisible Man. It's somebody that the Invisible Man is stalking, and I think it's kind of interesting. It's an interesting spin on it. What we have to remember, though, is that the reason Universal made the Invisible Man in the first place, the original film, is literally just to show off the technology of being able to make it look like something was floating in the air. You know what I mean? Like,
Sure.
somebody invented an optical printer and they were like, holy shit, we should do a movie about an invisible man. Like, you can let it go, man. Like, no one's fucking gagging for a new Invisible Man movie.
No.
I don't think so. Not after The Mummy. They're not gagging for any more of them. Any more of those movies.
But it's a license. We've got it.
Yep.
If they do it well, they can still make money.
Hey, look.
Yeah,
I like Elizabeth Banks, and maybe The Invisible Woman will be great. I do agree that is quite funny.
You see, we teased at the start of the episode that there'd be some China news.
Oh yeah,
because China's super angry right now. China's very angry that Hong Kong people are rioting, and they're angry that other people seem to be on their side. I don't think anyone really understands the full story, but I did read a headline the other day that the DC Comics has recalled the cover of the new Batman comic, Dark Knight Returns, The Golden Child.
Why is that?
Because Batman wears all black, and so do the protesters in Hong Kong, and the Chinese won't buy it if there's someone in all black on the cover. But then I actually saw a picture of the cover, and I realized it's probably less about wearing all black, and it's probably the fact that Batman is throwing a Molotov cocktail, and the slogan is "The future is young." So, I mean, it does seem a little revolutionary and very provocative.
Sure. Yeah. So yeah, it's less innocuous than they're making out.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
Yeah. Because when I first heard this, it was like, just because Batman's wearing black doesn't mean he supports Hong Kong.
Yeah, I mean, but he literally looks like a protester throwing a Molotov cocktail.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure that's how he was drawn to look. You know, someone was like, make him look like a fucking revolutionary. Yeah.
It's
a provocative image.
I can see why they thought that that's the case. Even if it's not the case, I can see why they thought that.
Yeah.
So.
Or even if they don't actually think that's the case, the fact that they don't want to be promoting that kind of image right now, like,
yeah,
you can kind of understand.
Yeah. Yes. Well, it's a shame, but
yeah.
The Dark Knight Returns, The Golden Child. The Golden Child isn't that a movie about a Buddhist kid?
About Eddie Murphy?
Yeah.
It's Eddie Murphy, isn't it? Yeah.
But I mean, that's also
this is Frank Miller's
Chinese
take
link.
on Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy, Batman.
Who's also all in black.
I accidentally, instead of the Golden Child, I've typed in the Golden God into Google, and it just comes up with a bunch of clips of Dennis from Always Sunny, and I have no regrets.
No, your I think your Google is also slightly biased.
It might be. I mostly just Google pictures of Glenn Houghton throughout the day, so it does make sense.
just to get you through the day.
Yeah. Just cheeky little Dennis having a rant on YouTube if I'm feeling a bit down at work. I watched that clip about him with the when they're trying to. He wants to get the girls on the boat. The implication bit. You seen that?
I don't know if I have.
Oh, it's a good episode, Danny. You got to keep watching.
Yeah, I got to get back in.
I'm not going to do it justice, but Always Sunny, folks. Go have a watch.
I thought about it.
We might be in the after party.
I think we might be.
We're running
Might be in the
bootleg
after party.
episodes of Always Sunny constantly in the after party. No sound,
That's right.
because we got the music up. We got the music up quite loud.
That's all for this week. Thank you for listening, and we hope you enjoyed the show. If you enjoyed it, then please subscribe in iTunes to receive episodes automatically. We'll see you next time.